Cool. So, welcome. Mixed by Gabriel here. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. Hope everyone's having a fabulous day thus far. Basically, today is my introduction to marketing as a creative. As you guys know, I'm a creative. I'm an engineer, producer, et cetera, et cetera. So I pretty much on a daily basis have to do some of the concepts that I'm about to teach you guys, or if not teach you guys, just talk about. So definitely feel free to take notes or just, implement some of these concepts and processes I'm about to talk about into your daily agenda of promoting. So first and foremost, if you're an artist, even if you're a graphic designer, it doesn't really matter to me. If you're a creative, 9 times out of 10, you have a social media. What that means is I need all of y'all to go to your stories, and you can go to your likes too. Go to your likes and go to your stories, right? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at the people that continually watch your stories. 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna assume a lot of these people are people you personally know. So that is the first thing I'm gonna teach you. The first thing is I want you guys to go out your way to literally reach out to these people that are watching your stories every day, right? Because that's a literal easy alley-oop and a literal swish, meaning these people 90% of the time are already going to be down to follow your brand and subscribe to you or listen to your music or become a monthly follower on Spotify. So this is the biggest step for me because it takes pretty much nothing for you guys to go about your way and DM people that are already following you and already watching you and already pretty much fuck with you, obviously, if they're watching you every day. So this could be like friends, associates, all that. I want you guys to DM directly these people and be like, hey man, I noticed that you follow me and you watch every week or whatever it is, or every other day, and you're well aware that I make music or whatever you do. You could be a graphic designer. I'd love it if you could click this link here and shoot me a follow. Those people, I can almost guarantee will do that for you. So that's a huge gem right there. Like, so that being said, all you guys that end up watching this video will basically have a guaranteed 20 to 50 people right there that will follow you, your brand, your music, stream for you, etc. All right. So that's first and foremost. I want everyone after they get off this video or after they watch this video to go and do that, because that is the easiest alley-oop swish situation. All right. The next thing, hold on one second. Two seconds, y'all. Why isn't it Okay, so the next thing that I need you guys all to do is be consistent. What that means is whatever you guys are doing on a day-to-day basis, I need you guys to be pumping that. So if you know that you struggle with consistency, definitely what you can do. All right, I'll drop a few gems. So there's an app called Hootsuite, right? And what that app allows you to do is it allows you to schedule your posts. So at the beginning of the week, I make my posts for the week, and I use Hootsuite to automatically line those up for the week. So I don't even have to post them, and I don't really have to be on top of that. My whole week is set up beforehand, right? Consistency in, on your stories, consistency on your posts, consistency on, your DMs and replying people. Consistency is key as a creative. It's called Hootsuite. I'll type it in the chat. Oh. Hootsuite. sweet, like that, like a hoot, like an owl. So what you can do is, let's say for me on Sundays, I sit in, I can't even do that yet. So for me, I set up all my posts on a Sunday, right? Let's say I have, hold on. So literally I can set up my posts in order throughout the week, so I don't have to be on top of that. Consistency is key to building as a creative. You want to, you want to make sure that people are aware that you're always around. I'm not saying to go crazy on like posting wild shit all the time. Like at least post one thing a day. Post a story. Post a story, at least try to do that every day if you can. If you guys notice me, I'm very fucking active. I'm probably outdoing the majority of people when it comes to social media shit. And don't get me wrong, it does take a lot of my time out, but I see the consistent results that I get from it. So I'll continually do that. Because like I said, you know, I'm pushing my brand as a creative as well. So consistency, guys, make sure that you're out there posting, interacting with people. I want you guys to all post something about your music every single fucking day. I don't care what you're doing. Post a story about your music every fucking day. Post, and on Instagram now, right, you have that link shit. So you can literally just go like, whatever your fucking link tree shit is, put that bitch in your story and fucking do that once a day. I want all of you to do that. That's your homework. Every single one of you in here, post every single day at least one thing in your story about your music. Hey, check out this song. I dropped it 2 weeks ago. Simple, okay? Cool. So, now we're gonna talk about kind of like more salesman tactics. So I'm about to teach you guys a lot of things that I've implemented and learned over the years. Being an entrepreneur, which all of you guys are, I need you guys all to realize that you guys are all entrepreneurs. You're all business owners, right? Remember that, you're business owners. So that being said, there's two different ways you can go about reaching out to people and connecting and networking, right? As an entrepreneur, as a businessman, because at the end of the day, you're basically selling a product. Your product is your music, your product is your merch, your product is your brand, your product is your image, all that shit, you're selling it. So there's two ways to go about that. There's the hard sell, which I see a lot of y'all doing, and there's the cold sell, okay? So these are salesman terms that you'd learn if you're a car salesman or whatever. And a hard sale, which is what I see a lot of y'all doing, is what I call spamming, basically. So what you do is you copy and paste and you send out hella shit saying the same shit to the same people. The only time I do that is when I know I'm sending it to people that already know who I am and what I do, right? So for example, if I follow a whole bunch of people and I've already interacted with them, I have no problem making a post about a free hour that I'm giving away and sending it to all of them as one thing, like copying and pasting, because they all know who the fuck I am at this point. I'm not spamming you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just randomly inboxing you. We've already had an interaction. We've already talked. You know what I do. Now I'm just updating you that I have a discount, right? That's not what I'm talking about. Cold and hard selling is really going to a complete stranger and DMing them about your music, right? I do this every fucking day. That's why I can teach this. So basically what you do is you find a common thread in that person, meaning something that they do that you like, something that they might like that you do. Maybe they made a post the other day about a subject that you like, right? So you're gonna find things to bridge the gap with this stranger. Then you're gonna reach out to the stranger and you're gonna enact a conversation off of that, right? So now it's a genuine interaction, right? So continue to talk with this person, maybe a couple messages back and forth, like 3 or 4 messages, bam, simple convo, nothing crazy. Then lead up like, hey man, I love talking to you. I hope we can stay connected. If you ever have a chance, please check out this, that, and the third. That's a cold sell. Meaning you don't seem like a pocket pinching asshole who just wants their money. So I need all of y'all to do that this week. Was it Thursday? So your homework for this upcoming week will be post every single day one thing about your music. Check out this new song. Other thing, I want you guys to at least DM 10 people that you don't know, that are complete strangers, and start a cold sale, is what I like to call it. Meaning exactly what I said. You are reaching out and connecting the dots with a genuine connection, rather than just being like, hey, I don't know who you are. That's great. Buy my shit. Okay. The return on cold sell versus hard sell is immense. And I had to realize that myself. I used to fucking just reach out to people and just tell them to book me, basically. But now I go about listening to someone's music, checking it out, liking a few of their photos, DMing them about that song or whatever I interacted with, and then I start a conversation. And at the end of the conversation, I just basically be like, yo, I'd love to stay. And it's not even like I genuinely don't want to stay connected. I actually do want to stay connected with everyone because, you know, down the line, you might need something. Down the line, I might need something. Let's network, right? Cool. That was another point. The third piece of homework that I want you guys all to fucking do is post a fucking reel. Right now, post a fucking, you guys need to be posting reels once a day, straight up. Reels is the cheat code. Reels is the cheat code. TikTok and Reels, game changers. I just started posting onto TikTok, like all my Reels, I'm posting them back onto my TikTok. So I'm just like copying the fucking reel basically and just uploading it onto TikTok. Both of these algorithms are crazy dope, and they work on getting you basically, you know, crazy traffic. So as a creative, what you got to do is be creative and think of ways to showcase what you do on a day-to-day basis when it comes to your music or whatever product you do. And literally showcase it. Like, for example, I could be someone who makes t-shirts, right? I could literally show me making the t-shirt. Matter of fact, I could show me going to find the t-shirt. Then I can record another piece of me sketching out what I want to do to it. Then I can record another part of the reel with me painting on it. Whatever the fuck, you get the idea. Another one could be a day-to-day in the life of an artist. Walk to the Uber, get in the Uber, knock on the studio door, say what's up to the engineer, send him the beats. Like, this is a behind the scenes walkthrough of your life as a creative. People want to feel a part of your life. You're building a brand, you're building a concept, you're building a entity, basically, and you want people to feel a part of that. You want people to be able to relate and you know, attract to you, right? So I need all of y'all to go about thinking of dope reels that you can make. I mean, I could think of 1,000 different ones. Like, the new one that I'm doing is basically showing plugins I use and in what order I use them. You know, the other day I started a reel thing where I fucking go through all my different pieces of equipment in my studio, right? So I start with recording equipment. I talk about each part of that piece of equipment, and then I go to mixing equipment, et cetera, et cetera. And you can lay it out so that you're, you know, you have basically segments and chapters of your reels, right? Exactly like I said, like, I'm going to focus on recording, right? Equipment. I'm going to do reels just on that, then reels just on the mixing equipment, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, that is another gem. So I need all of y'all to post reels, at least a reel, just so that you can see the retention that it has. And once you see the retention, I can guarantee that you'll use it way more often because it is a game changer. Copy. So another thing that I'd love to talk about is another game changer to being a creative is I'm just gonna say it as it is. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed this before, but when you speak your mind and are slightly, what's the word? Slightly like iffy on something like all right, so say if there's a very big thing in the news that's very like everyone's arguing about it, it's a big debate, make a post about that that's very firm against that or something. So like kind of like make quotes and statements off your actual personal beliefs, but ones that are kind of edgy. Me personally, I've noticed that me speaking my mind as an engineer and as a producer and basically putting my foot forward as being a person that's gonna, you know, try to help the next man or just change the industry in the sense of like giving engineers and producers, you know, bigger credits and just have more respect. I personally come out my way to put myself basically on the line of fire by just speaking my mind on very like things that can be edgy or seen as edgy because there's a lot of misinformation. So I know I'm gonna get backlash, but that backlash in turn gives me a lot of positive shit. You're always gonna have haters at the end of the day. So just be ready for that. But I'd suggest that all of you guys figure out some of your main like things that that you believe in or that you want to talk about and make some like quote posts about them because those go viral. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a gem. Take notes on that. And then, yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is when you get to a place of, I mean, to be honest, you don't even have to get to a place of being comfortable. You can do this shit right now, to be honest with you guys. So basically the concept I'm about to talk about is you basically their education is the cheat code. Okay, I'm just gonna say it as it is. Education is the cheat code. If you guys go out your way to put out content that educates or helps people, you will win. The algorithm knows it, the people know it, the universe knows it. You will win. You guys can do this today. There's tips and things that I tell all of you guys that come to sessions with me on a day-to-day basis about recording, right? Hey man, can you step a little bit away from the mic? Why don't you guys make a fucking reel the next time you come to the studio and you tell your artist friends what you do at the studio, or like what your rituals are, or like how you become prepared to like make sure that you're on top of things in the paid session that you paid for, right? Educate, give back, help them out. Those things go, people will be more interested in you if your content is educational, period. If you are just, you know, just like, hey, like, I just wanted to take the time out, my, like a little selfie video, like I just want to take the time out my day to show you guys like how I become prepared. Here's my notebook of my songs. Here's, you know, whatever else I need. Here's my incense. Here's my like my honey for my throat to make sure my throat's clear, like shit like that. Do that, and I guarantee you guys will see an uptick in engagement on your Instagrams and social media platforms immediately. Immediately. Drop educational content, man. Try to, I mean, you guys might not think you're at the biggest or like the top place, but there's always someone just starting. You guys are past just starting. So you have fundamentally some things that others don't know. So why not teach them or just post a comment that they potentially could watch and fucking gain some knowledge? You can help the next man. All right. So that's that. I wanted to talk a little bit about ways to roll out songs and things like that. So you guys definitely want to listen to this. Basically, the concept is competitions is the way to go, right? First and foremost, I'm just going to air this out because a lot of people fucking do this and it bothers the fuck out of me. So I'm just going to air it out right now. Stop doing cover art photos that aren't professionally done. It's the same thing with not getting a professional mix. It's the same thing. There is no difference. Or a not professional recording, whatever. It's the same fucking thing. My thing is I much rather have you like dip a little bit on the less quality side of like recording or mixing rather than dip on the quality side of not having good cover art. Meaning, all right, let's just say it as it is, guys. What's the first thing you see before you listen to a song? An image. What's the first thing you see before you click on a video? An image. What's the first thing you see when you click on a profile? An image. So it wouldn't be crazy for me to suggest that a image basically leads you into clicking on something, right? If I see something that's poorly done and poorly executed, image-wise and graphic-wise, I'm probably not going to click on it. Even if I don't think that far, my mind is not going to be interested enough for me to click on it. You have to think, on a day-to-day basis, you're scrolling through a feed of 1 million people posting 1 million things. The only things that I'm really truly clicking on are things that are graphically pleasing, right? So when I say guys invest in cover art, it's not to be a dick. It's literally psychological. It's a human thing. It's a brain thing. It makes sense. Think about it. You literally look at images to dictate everything. You don't hear the music before you see the image. So they're not even going to get to hearing a good mix if your cover art's whack or just like very poorly executed. So please, guys, if you're going to drop professionally, I'm not going to quote that. If you're going to drop professionally recorded and whatever music that sounds fucking good, just spend the extra, what, $80 to $100. Like I could find someone right now on Fiverr that will charge me $50 for a cover art that will look way better than the majority of shit that I see. Like that whole take a picture on your phone and use the free app on your phone is whack. Because I'm not a graphic artist, but I can tell you right now, I can tell very easily who just made that shit on their phone. And to be honest, it doesn't look too like, I mean, it's the same thing as everything else we talked about, right? It's about a look, it's about a brand. You want to look professional, you want to look put together and organized. I would love for all you guys to have less posts on your page and those posts to be professional photograph content. Maybe something that's cool and edgy. Maybe it's black and white. Maybe you have a cool pink blazer on and you're looking at this direction and it's a side. Like get professionally done shit. Image is everything. As a creative, you guys have to be pushing out quality pictures and cover art. I think I definitely got sidetracked. Okay, but that was all leading up to me saying rollouts for your music, right? Start a competition. Give shit $100 away. Post quality photo to promote your song. Maybe it's a photo dump. You see how a lot of these artists do the photo dumps? So you can do the photo dump, but all the photos should be quality. Okay. Once you do that, say in the post, be like, hey, giving away $100 to one person at the end of the week. All you have to do is this, that, and the third. Make those 3 or 4 things you ask them to do actually pretty like ask a lot of them basically is what I'm saying. So like be like, I need you to follow my Spotify. I need you to tag 8 of your friends. I need you to follow my page. Like that. Like give them 3 things like that. So it's not just like mad super easy. And then at the end of the week, you can pick someone, give them that $100. But these are ways to really get the algorithm to trick people into seeing your post, right? Use hashtags on that post too. Yeah. So that's a biggie. Do competitions, y'all. Do giveaways. You know, I'm giving away a couple free fucking t-shirts from my merch collection, whatever the fuck. Or you could even go as far to be like, well, don't do this yet. People give away things that are tangible goods in the sense of like, until you get to a point as a brand where you can offer things like, hey, I'm going to give away an unreleased song. At this point, your fan base is not to the point where people are that pressed to get a free song. So I'd suggest giving away tangible goods and tangible things that are always going to have value, like money or whatever, a gift card. Yeah, so that's my suggestion. I'd say a couple of weeks before your single drops, make a post and put all your effort into pushing that post. Make sure there's hashtags. You can even do what I said. You can do the cold sell, but and then at the end of the communication with that person, you can say, hey, by the way, I'd love it if you could check out my most recent post. I'm dropping a song in 2 weeks. I would really appreciate it if you could comment on my post. I will do the same for you, whatever. Yeah, feel like that was a good fundamental talk on a lot of good gems regarding marketing. Again, this is introduction to marketing as a creative. This is just introduction. So there could be lots more in depth to talk about. But I will definitely open the floor to like questions regarding anything that I talked about or really anything else. So I'm opening the floor now to whoever wants to ask questions. Feel free to ask now.
Can you go back over the 3 assignments and stuff like that from earlier?
Yeah. The 3 assignments is 1, post at least one thing every day on your story regarding a song that you dropped or whatever your creative content of choice is. 1 post every day. The other is reach out to at least 10 people and do what I said about the cold sell. I'll answer that question in a second, Stephen. Yeah, so 10 people for the cold sell concept, which is basically just reach out, interact, a conversation that does not seem like you're trying to sell something, and then you come around and basically sell them something at the end. And then the last one was post a reel, at least 1 reel, and look and see how it does. And I guarantee when you see the views and how well it does, it'll make you want to continue using reels. That's the 3rd. And there's a specific time of day that's best to post. It depends on lots of things, where you're located, your algorithm, who follows you, from what countries. I know for me personally, 11 a.m. is typically good. So I would try 11 a.m. But like you got to think like off of like, all of the things we're talking about is like, psychology, 9 to 5, people's schedules. So think logically, like it might be 11. I think that the reason why it works for me at 11 a.m. is probably because a lot of the people that watch my stuff probably don't go to work until later. And so that's a good time for them, like specifically my posts. And yeah, so the other time that could work good for you guys, you should try the evening. So try 5:30, 6 p.m. I mean, it's a guessing game, but what you can do is go onto your app and there's literally a fucking thing, literally, hold on, I'll tell you exactly. It's go to insights on your shit. Sorry, on your Instagram. I said on your shit. And hold on, is it here? There is a section that tells you, I believe there's a section in your insights that literally says the times of the day. I'm just trying to find it. Oh, here you go. All right. So I don't know if you can see that, but it says that 9 a.m. it starts to 3 a.m., 6 a.m. is low as shit as far as like activity and people interacting with your shit. 9 a.m. is where it goes up to 12, 3, and then 6, it starts to go back down again. I mean, you can see it. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, go to your insights and you can check what your best time is and try it out. Trial and error. All right. Any other questions?
Any other questions? Yay, nay? Anybody got any questions?